Mr. Glass Half Full, the revival.
Oh my goodness, man. It feels good to be on this TV, but man, Jesus. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, aka Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment, man. And I'm here with my brothers. You guys know who this is. That's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Spee if you nasty now.
Let's go. Let's go. I feel like I haven't heard that in a while. Feels good.
Oh, come on. It feels good. And I'm here with my brother, El Jefe, a.k.a. White Jersey, a.k.a. Blue Jersey, a.k.a. Damn Daniel, a.k.a. everybody in the world, even your grandma. El Jefe's in the house here, man. And listen, guys, hit that thumbs up, share, subscribe, man. And don't forget it. If you're going to share it, add us on Twitter, man. We'll put you in a little pool, see if we can give away some stuff for you guys for supporting. So please let us know, man. You know, this is how we do things here. But guys, we have a special guest in the building. We're going to get this thing rolling. 1, 2, 3, man. We have Giants.com prime reporter here, man. Madelyn Burke in the building. Round of applause. Yes. Round of applause. Yes. Round of applause. Round of applause. Thank you so much for being on the show. We do appreciate your time, but tell the people, how's everything? How you been?
I'm good. I'm thriving. I'm excited. We've got OTAs going on. We've got minicamp coming next week. But of course, the highlight of it all is I get to spend my Tuesday night with you fellas right here.
You would say that. Yeah.
Let's go.
What more could we want in this world, right?
The Giants are cool and everything, but Revival is where it's at.
Exactly.
I totally agree.
Facts.
And listen, we're going to jump right into this here. Tell the people you got the Prime Video, the new things. They used to see you on Giants.com, which they still will. Yeah. But tell people about the Prime, the morning show. What you got going on over there?
Yeah, you know, I'm doing a bunch of stuff right now, but we just launched a new network on Prime Video on Amazon. So it's a live morning show, Monday through Friday. We're live on air 8 to 10 a.m. I'm doing it. Amani Toomer and I are doing it together as well. So more Giants love right there. And we do all sports. We talk NFL, we talk NBA, we talk a little pickleball, we talk some French Open, some tennis, all of that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. We have some good times, you know, starting something new. Amazon's getting into the live TV space. So they've got a whole sports network that they've just launched a couple months ago. We're really getting it off the ground. 12 hours of live programming. So check it out.
Damn.
It's called
and who better to start it off than Miss Madelyn Burke? Awesome. So awesome.
Let's
go. We're very, very happy for you. You know, we see you come as a Giants brethren, seeing you come up. It's just awesome to watch. Awesome to watch.
Thank you. But don't worry, Giants fam. I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be around. I'll still be at OTAs. I'll still be there this season. You can still watch the Giants post game, all that good stuff.
Let's go. See, and this is why we call her the queen, guys. You should know. We already crowned her. She's the queen of the Giants community.
Yeah.
She got to know what it is. This is what it is. The Queen Bee.
We came up with that on accident,
Yes, we did.
That's the first.
So wait,
let's get
now
that you've got that one covered, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Now that
on this program,
you're talking about all sports. We wanted to first start off with a little bit something non-Giants. Big news today. Big news about PGA and LIV combining. I know. I think you're a golfer, like right? Yeah. You swing the clubs a couple of times. I think. Yeah.
Oh
there
wow!
It is.
There it goes.
Right
let's
there.
Go. Let's get it on the green.
Let's go.
Let's
Listen,
go.
We want to hear your thoughts since you are all knowing in sports now. You're talking to all sports. We want to hear your thoughts on this big news that dropped today.
It was huge news. It happened like literally right after we got off air from our show.
Oh,
It felt like this was an inevitability, right? The fact that LIV and PGA at some point we're going to have to figure it out. Like back in the day with the AFL and the NFL, it's like, oh, this is a different kind of football, but you know what? Let's come together and build something new. I was just surprised that the fact that like everyone found out at the same time we did. Like the main, like the star players of the game had no heads up, had not a single clue. It's like, that feels, and I feel for a lot of the players too, who really stood their ground and said like, listen, I'm not going to take that big payday. I'm going to stand on my moral compass. I'm going to stay here because there's a lot of issues around like the civil rights and the human rights in Saudi Arabia. And there are a lot of people saying like, I don't want to be a part of that. And now they haven't really gotten a choice in that matter. And that's tricky. And there's a lot of questions still about this. They announced this merger today, but they did not really say specifically. It's not going to be LIV. It's not going to be PGA. It's going to be a new entity combining the two in the could it, they still haven't set a date of when that's going to start and what that's going to look like. Are we going to have shotgun starts and music like Live style? Are we going to have, is Augusta National going to turn into the Waste Management Tour? Like, what is happening here? I'm very curious.
It might be cool. It might be cool. Maybe it's for the best. I hope it's for the best, but you got to feel for a guy like Rory who stuck his neck out for everybody. And it just was so anti-Live. And then it just comes crashing down on him, man. And how many millions of dollars did he turn down? Because he's one of those big guys that probably were offered, like, I don't know what Brooks got, 200 mil. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna stick with my morals here on PGA. And now this is what we had a shit show. It's a shit show.
There were a lot of commas involved, and those commas, people are probably saying, so is that still, can I still, I mean, now that is this okay? I don't know. It's
wild times.
And if you're one of the guys that went over to Live and you got your money and now you just get to participate in everything like it was normal, you kind of got best of both worlds in a way.
God. You got to dip their beak and, oh man, good for them. Hey, listen.
Not all money is good money though. You know what I mean? So again, I would like to see how this thing plays out. You know,
I would like to believe. I wouldn't.
Money always wins out, though.
I've never been
always
offered.
wins out.
It does, but I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But man, I'm curious. Definitely.
Yeah. This is just the beginning of this saga and of this journey, and I am so curious how it's going to unfold over the coming weeks and months and whatnot. But it did feel like it was inevitable that this would come to this kind of a conclusion at some point. I'm just surprised it happened now, out of nowhere.
We just woke up with this news. It was just like it hit like a bomb. It was pretty wild. But
you want to do this? They're like, yeah, let's do this. All right, great.
Yeah, boom, done.
Send the press release.
It's always weird when the athletes find out when everyone else finds out. Like I found out I was traded on ESPN or like crazy stuff like that. That's got to be crazy to see her life unfold on the
just like us.
Just like us.
Right. So Hefe, man, come on, what you got, Madelyn? Come on, shoot some questions here.
I got you. You commented on something, this crazy clip from the Stanley Cup. This female reporter was trying to do her thing after the game, and some dude, and there's no audio, but you could just see this real quick.
Oh yeah.
First of all, holding her own.
Gotta appreciate the form of her stiff arm there too.
Yeah, that was real Saquonish right there.
Yep.
And she got low too. She got that low ground too, because low man wins, So
she kept a smile because she realized this is like a ridiculous thing that's happening, but she's still like, "You're not messing up my shot here."
Yeah, did break eye contact with the camera too. She's like, "I'm all right. I'm still here. I got this, and no, this will not happen." It's like we're fucking dead out there.
Has anything like that happened to you at camp or
Draft is when things get wild. I remember NFL draft in Tennessee. We were covering the draft and we were doing pre-draft shoots or live hits for our show. And I'm out there with, at the time it was Becton, our camera guy, Natalie, our producer, and myself. Just the three of us going around. And, Nashville they know how to party. They have a good time, right? So NFL fans are out in Nashville. They've been drinking all day. They've been doing their thing. We're setting up for a live shot in the midst of the fans. And when we're setting up, nothing happens, right? But the second we go live, all of a sudden, it's like people coming in. This dude comes, puts his arm around me, is like grabbing the camera. Natalie, our producer, who's like 5'3" on a good day, is like pulling people back. I'm like, Natalie, security. I'm over here trying to get through. We send it back to the studio, and Bob Papa's like, I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no. That's torture. That's insane, actually, right there. Did you feel unsafe is the question, though? Or was you like, hey, it's just the crowd of Nashville? Like, what do you think? What was your thoughts on it?
Luckily, it was a brief enough moment, and I'm a tall girl. You guys,
you can just body some people.
I throw some elbows. I can, I got to work on my stiff arm though, because this reporter from CBS in Miami, she really showed us this is how pros handle it. I'm like, all right, ready.
I've seen you do the post game shows at Giants games where walking up from the first level, and I see you and Victor Cruz and Sean or whoever else is there, and I'm always tempted to go run over and say something. I'm like, I know her. I talked to her. But
I know you.
Well, number one, if you're in the middle of a shoot, I'm not going to do it. If you're live or something, but I don't want to fanboy out too bad either. But also, I don't want to get stiff armed by you or Sean.
As long as you don't try to get a piggyback ride in the midst of it, then I think you'll be all right. Hey, Matt, how's it going?
I'll tell you this.
Your boy. Good to see
It
you.
was the Eli Manning game, and I go up to that level, and I see Madelyn Burke, and I think it was David Deal at the time. And I was like, oh, shoot, we just interviewed Madelyn Burke on the old show, right? So I go, hey, Madelyn. And she turns around, she's like, hey, hello. But the security guard was like, hey, don't keep it quiet. And I was like, oh, God, all right, listen, I'm sorry, man. I was like, I'm sorry, man. My bad. My bad, bro. My bad. So that actually happened. I'll tell you the sus. I'm telling you. It was just hilarious.
So good.
So
Listen,
I'll tell you
they run
this.
a tight ship. They take that job very seriously, and I respect those men out there.
respect that.
I do.
100%.
I was quiet too. Like Mama was talking to me. I was quiet.
You're probably like, yeah, shut up, everyone. They're trying to do
Yeah, I
the
was like,
show.
hey, keep it quiet. They're live. Stop. So, but listen, there's the picture that surfaced with Daniel Bellinger, man. And just for the people that didn't see it, let's see if we have the clip here. Guys, let's see, man. Can it pop up here? Do we have it?
Let me see. Let me see.
Let's see
Okay, this is production at its finest. It's not really that great.
Look at that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, guys,
Look
we
at
have
those
that nice
guns, bro.
picture, and I'm going to ask Madelyn because you are there at the OTAs. Is that picture real? And if so, let us know, right? But have anyone else kind of pretty much changed that you've seen throughout the offseason? Like that's pretty that freakish
Wild,
at this
bro.
point.
I can confirm that picture is real. Contrary to some beliefs, the Giants photo team is not actually face tuning the photos of the players and adding some muscle hamster vibes there.
Yeah.
Daniel Bellinger's definitely been in the gym. I think it was Art Stapleton who posted a side-by-side of his rookie year last year and this one. And I'm like, okay, Bellinger, like somebody's doing girls, respect it, but also friends don't let friends skip leg day. You got to even it out here, buddy.
Yes.
Now, has
100%.
anybody else look as different in the offseason that came back that you noticed?
I mean, that's very clearly the most drastic change we've seen. I think, Leonard Williams probably looks a little bit leaner. And I think that might be a noticeable thing. But I think for the most part, guys are on their health and on their fitness. And, Daniel Jones, especially from his rookie year to now, has gotten so much more I don't know, stronger looking, I guess is the way to say it. But I don't know. Who might be commenting on people's bods? Good for you. Get those girls in.
I love it.
I'm over here doing my arm circles. I'm
I'm sure that's all Bellinger's been doing too.
That's all it was.
And the 5-pound curls,
Yes.
Yep.
It's all.
I thought DJ.
It's working.
I thought DJ looked a little beefier. I thought he looked a little stronger. I'll give you that. Arms.
So I worried because Aziz last year came in like a 10-pound. He looked like just Hercules coming in. Yeah. And then it's always something else, like a soft tissue injury. I feel like they work out too much, some of these guys, and they get a little too jacked. And they need to come just chill out and be a natural bod like this guy. Like I come with that bod, and it works just fine.
But I do agree. You have a really great point there too, because sometimes guys will get so in the gym and so focused on building it up or setting a PR for squats and all that, that it doesn't actually translate to football. And when you're playing football, you're more prone to injury. What we saw too, like with Saquon, for example, he'd been dealing with injuries for the last couple of years. You notice last year he came in looking a lot leaner than he had the 2 years prior because he was not focused on being the beefy guy that he was. He was focused on being healthy and staying healthy. And there's a difference between, building muscle and building bulk and being fit and healthy for a 17-game football season. I think finding that balance and finding that sweet spot while still flexing on the gram is what I think all these guys are looking
flexing
for.
on the ground. Dexter was mic'd up during one of the games. I think he was talking to Leonard Williams, and he was like, "Them Pilates been getting my body right." So it's not just lifting weights. Like being flexible and feeling good is more important. Yeah.
Also,
my man said it was never a problem.
Confident in everything.
My man says never a problem for Steve Weatherford. Yes, but he was a punter. Let's be real. Didn't have a ton to do from an athletic standpoint, so maybe that's why he stayed healthy. But Steve Weatherford, just a picture of physique. That guy, man, he was just unreal.
He has a fitness career now. He's
he's no big deal.
He looks amazing too. He's on Good Day New York sometimes, man, just showing off with his diet routine. It's amazing, but that's a whole nother subject, guys.
Anyway, that wasn't on the agenda tonight.
No, it definitely wasn't.
But I digress.
we went on to a tangent.
I love how this is going to get posted later, and you're going to have a recap of what we talked about, and it's golf and bodies.
That's all Madelyn wanted to talk about. So
we are sports and entertainment podcast here.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
Damn right.
That's a show.
Rap.
There it is. So, Speed, what you got, man? Get Madelyn in the shot, man.
Well, so okay, I want to get into some more Giants talk here. We have this segment called "Be That Guy," and we need certain people to be that guy for the New York Giants to take that next step next year, because the schedule is tougher. Things are amping up this year. We're going to need somebody to take it to the next level, and of course, the standard answer: I'm taking Daniel Jones out of this.
Okay.
Who is the next person in your mind on the offensive side of the ball that needs to be that guy for the offense to reach that next level? Top 10, top 15, that next echelon.
Darren Waller.
Nice.
He's that guy, Darren Waller. I think the Giants made that trade. They acquired this guy who is, I think every media session they've held so far, the biggest questions are always about Darren Waller, whether it's offensive players, what's it like playing with Darren Waller, defensive players, what's it like going against Darren Waller. Darius Slayton was asked, like, hey, what's it like when he comes and gets working with the wide receivers instead of the tight ends? And Slayton was like, well, I have to kind of step a little bit away so that I don't get photographed standing next to him, because otherwise people will be like, damn, Flo, you look small. Because Darren Waller is a very large guy. He's a 6'6", like big body guy who can like really high point the ball. And there's a lot of expectations about the fact, even early on in OTAs, the chemistry between Daniel Jones and Darren Waller is really starting to build. And there's a lot of expectations when they made this move. We know how much Daniel Jones loves a tight end, right? We saw how much he worked with Bellinger before he had those guns last year and got things going. When you've got a guy, when you've got a weapon like Darren Waller, the expectation is there. And if he lives up to that or anywhere near that, that's going to be so good for this Giants team.
Please. I feel like I read the OTA reports. Scores like 2 touchdowns every OTA. I feel like it's unreal.
I mean, it's hard to like.
I know it's in shorts. Yeah,
shorts, and it's also like, but still,
it's better than the alternative of not doing it, right?
As much as it's like, what do the routes look like? How clean is that? How clean was your break? And that stuff is, I think, more important. But that being said, the fact that they're going to him and they're building that chemistry.
It's better than reports being like Waller can't catch a goddamn thing in practice.
So that's what I always say. It's better than the alternative.
That's true. That's true.
We don't care if the defense was out there or not. We just want to hear touchdowns. That's it.
That's true.
More touchdowns. Defense was also there, but touchdowns were scored.
Right. Touchdowns were good. So one more question. Wait, I got one more question for E. Biggest difference. You've been around the Joe Judge era. You've been now around the Dable era for the second year. Biggest difference that you see inside the locker room, off the field, between those two regimes. What do you got for me?
I think, with the utmost respect to Joe Judge, I think Brian Dable brings a different level of like authenticity, and I think also just the element of there's an ease, there's an exhale. There's not this tension around the organization. Right. There's the expectation of, I'm going to expect the best of you, and I'm going to demand the best of you, and I'm going to let you know when you're letting me down in a very clear way. But when we're off the football field, Brian Dable, same guy who's going to let you know when you've disappointed him very loudly on the football field, is also going to be there to ask about your family and to have a secret Santa with the whole locker room, and to have like the kind of chemistry and the team environment, not just with the guys on the roster and the coaching staff, but with the whole organization. And I think that just the energy around the building, the feeling around the building feels a little bit more of an at ease than a nerve. Like, I don't think nervous is the right word, but Joe Judge was, both these guys are first-time head coaches. And I think Joe Judge was trying to be, this is what a head coach does. This is what I've seen from Belichick. This is what I've seen. And Brian Dable, what I really love and adore and admire about him the most is he just is Brian Dable. And guys who have played for him in other walks of life, whether he was an OC or a coordinator in the NFL or in college, they all say the same thing. He's the exact same guy that he was at that position that he is as a head coach, just, with a different role. And I think people see that and respect that, and it brings out the best in them.
It's awesome to hear that, because you're so much closer to the team than we are, but that's exactly what we are seeing and hoping for. And like, you can just tell he just seems to connect with players on a totally different level. So like what you're saying, it's awesome to hear. I just love stuff I see on the sideline too. Like even the playoff game, I think it was Minnesota, when we were trying to close out the game and Slayton happened to drop one, and he went, like, you could tell Slayton was devastated. he wouldn't leave his side. Like he was right near him. Like, I'm going to need you. Like he wouldn't let him get in his head or like lose him. Like that's just a good coach right there. With everything going on, you were worried about that player's well-being in that moment.
And having the ability to not only be aware of those moments, but also be aware of the different needs of each of these different players. Some guys need to say, hey, I got you. I'm by your side. You're okay. Some guys need to stew and sit in that and motivate themselves. And Brian Daboll getting to know these players well enough to know the difference between what these guys need from him, I think is another strength of his, as well as the confidence he puts in these guys. I mean, game 1 last season, when they get the ball back, they go for 2, and he's asked, like, okay, when did you know you were going for 2? He's like, when we got the ball back. The confidence for a coach to say, yeah, we're going for 2 right now. Your players are like, oh, you trust us.
First game.
First game as a head coach.
First game. And like, okay, you trust us to execute. And there have been instances with previous coaches where it's, okay, I don't necessarily trust you. And that is something that a player in a locker room will feel, is like, I want to feel like my head coach trusts me. And when he instills that trust in me, I want to prove him right. I want to say, yeah, you trusted me for a reason. So
very dope.
That's
very
awesome.
Dope.
Thank you.
It feels right.
Let me say this, and guys, of course, we talked about all Giants, but let's have a little bit of fun here. I think Madelyn Burke had a little Dave Chappelle moment. Now, if you guys don't know what we're going to refer to,
she has no idea.
She has no idea here. But let's play the Dave Chappelle clip, and then we'll get to Madelyn's Dave Chappelle moment. What you got there?
Oh, you want Dave Chappelle first?
Oh yeah, please.
Okay.
Zip it up and zip it out. Oh. All right. Zippity-doo-dah. Bye-bye.
And guys, if you don't know, Madelyn had that moment on one of the training camps last season. Yes, we saw it, Miss Madelyn Burke, when Sean O'Hara was referencing our O-line coach, Bobby Johnson. Let's play that clip here and let's get Madelyn's thoughts on after this.
Yeah, and it's Sean's response. That's like, no, okay.
It's great. It's great.
Bobby Johnson in the gray sweatshirt. That's the offensive
Bobby
coach.
Johnson.
Yeah, he's
word on the street.
Definitely
Suspect.
You could see already how involved he is with Tony Sperano Jr. with this offensive line.
The pause that he had there. Like, Sean, you dropped the ball, brother. You should know that song. But please, Madelyn, take us through. Did Sean give you the look like, zippity-doo-dah? Like, just talk us through. Okay. What happened there? Did he get it afterwards? Just take us through if you remember.
Sean's over here probably like, why are you interrupting me to make these nonsense comments?
He's like,
I am adding to this broadcast by explaining what is going on the football field. And you're just quoting a song from 2014.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I was very concerned when you. I was like, "Where is this going?"
I saw your face backstage.
You're like, Dave Chappelle. You're like, "Uh-oh."
Like, no, don't do this to me, guys. Don't do this to me. It wasn't that bad, right? But I'm sure Sean O'Hara was nuts. Did he say anything about that afterwards, or if you can remember?
I mean, Sean and I have worked together for so many years, and Sean and I are both very much of the same sense of humor in which we just say things as they come to us, right? So I don't think Sean even thought twice about this. He's probably thinking like, oh, here's another one of Maddie's jokes that I don't get. Right?
Probably just rolled his eyes, carried on.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. But we had to show that nice little fun there. It wasn't bad, right? It was pretty cool.
Oh no, we had fun, and like, I adore Sean O'Hara working with him. He's such a pro, and like, I mean, listen, I'm over here. He's telling you what's going on the field. He's giving you actual insight into the football, and I'm just over here making nonsense. So
are his eyes? We have grown men asking about Sean O'Hara's eyes.
The type of show we are here. It's funny that you said that.
Why would it be awkward to look into Sean O'Hara's eyes?
Are you saying because they're so blue, TK?
What it is, TK.
You get lost in them.
Maybe
she probably doesn't.
You know what? And now we're gonna play, because Sean O'Hara, you said it's a pleasure to work with, but we're gonna play a nice little game here called Drink or Crash. Now let's make sure we have our beers handy, and people in the chat, please, because you got to do this with us. We're gonna have some fun here, okay? And if Madelyn, there it is. Let's go! Round of applause! Cheers! There we go. Cheers. Let's go. So we're gonna ask a series of questions. You gotta answer which one. If it's both, we drink. If you don't want to answer, you gotta drink. But if you answer, we won't drink. All right? Did you get that? That was insane.
I'm drinking either way.
Either way, we're drinking.
I've already forgotten, but whatever. Let's go with it.
Let's just roll with it.
Perfect.
So, who was the best co-host to work with, Sean O'Hara or David Deal?
Oh,
Yeah.
so sorry to do that to you.
Yeah, we're sorry. Right out the gate.
Yeah, actually, this is an easy one. I'm going to say Sean O'Hara because David Deal has left us and is now in the world of coaching and is no longer in rotation. And Sean O'Hara, by default, as the last man standing.
I will drink to that.
That's a good one. Cheers to that. Let's drink to that anyway. Sure to it anyway.
We will drink when you answer. You don't have to drink. When you don't, we all have to drink. Okay.
We all have to. Don't worry.
Right,
Again,
let's
I still
say
don't
this.
know the rules.
I don't either. Yeah, we're a few beers in, but don't worry. All right, who's the nicer guy in person, Saquon or Daniel Jones?
Oh gosh.
They seem like the nicest human.
Hard-hitting questions here. This is where we come at.
I think, shoot, that's like, yeah. That's a
have
hard
to
one.
drink?
What?
It's just like we're drinking.
You could have a drink if you're not sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna give them both the nod.
All right.
Let's go. Let's drink to that.
Is there more to Daniel Jones? Sidebar question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there
There's
more?
Eli, right?
Like, Eli always had his media personality. He was just buttoned up, never really said anything.
Yeah.
Is it kind of similar in that way?
Yes.
I'll drink to that.
I can see.
I'll drink to that. All right, I'll drink to that. That's what I was gonna say. That's all right. That's all right.
There's more to DJ. He does seem. I saw a picture with him and in Barkley last. It was like before the playoffs. They were out of the club. I was like, all right, DJ knows how to have fun too. At least we like our quarterbacks to have a little bit of fun too. And he's a bro, so we're okay with that.
And he also understands what Eli says. AAA is on. Who's got a flat tire?
Wait, AAA? I think he means AA. Damn it, Charlie.
Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. So let's ask this. All right, Michael Jordan or LeBron?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, fuck
That's what I like. Let's drink to that one. All right.
First of all, he was in the same spot, built it around himself. As much respect as I have for LeBron as an incredible player, he went and bounced around. But yeah, MJ all day.
That's what I like. Let's go. All right, here's a tough one. Amazon Prime Morning Show or Giants.com? Ooh.
We'll keep it on DL.
Let me check my paycheck.
Exactly.
Correct.
They both equally great.
That's smart.
And that was drink or crash, people. Hope you had a good time because, man, we just drank a lot. It was awesome. We took a lot of sips.
Hold on, Eli. I got it. Can
you got it? Go ahead.
We do rapid fire. A couple more questions for you, okay? It's
go right ahead, please.
Over, under.
Yes.
If it's over, you drink. If it's under, you drink. Okay. Or you could just say over, under, and then drink whenever you want. Over, under wins for the Giants this season, 8.5.
I'm going to say under. I'm going to put it at 8.
Okay.
They have a really hard schedule at the beginning of the season. 7 of those first 10 games on the road. They've got 4 of the first 6 on prime time. It's just a grueling gauntlet, and it's a lot harder competition than they faced last year. I think the team's still going to be very good, and I think the product on the field is going to be a good team, but it's just going to be a little bit harder to get it done. They could still be a wild card team, though.
Would you feel good about an 8-win season?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. There's a scenario where they win 8 games and you could still feel good if the offense is showing something. If Jones is showing something, they lose a couple close games.
Yeah, because you remember too, last year the biggest thing, like division wins, were something that this team struggled with, and closing that talent gap is not easy to do. And Philadelphia, they got stronger, and you've got Eric Bieniemy out in Washington now. You've got Dallas being the Cowboys. There's always going to be something, and so it's going to be a little bit tricky. I think they're going to be good. But
we appreciate this honesty. We don't want.
Yes,
we don't
sure.
want
It's
this
such
fluff.
a
We don't want
responsible
fluff.
answer. It really is.
Yes.
I mean,
It
it's,
really is.
the key to happiness is low expectations, right?
There,
If you
there it
set
is,
the
people.
bar
There it is.
low, and then it's better, then great. But if you're expecting like this, you can only be like falling short, right?
I'm expecting
I agree.
11 wins, and I'm willing to get my heart broken.
He's
So
willing to get hurt again.
I respect that your desire for that pain. And
Yes.
thank you. I want to.
So what's the next one?
never a thing. I'm not gonna.
All right. So here's another one. Over under. Daniel Jones, 25 passing touchdowns. Over under.
Over.
Hey,
Oh.
hey.
Ooh, drink to that. Drink to that.
Over, because they really, I mean, between Darren Waller, Paris Campbell, really shoring up the wide receiver room right now, and guys are healthy. If guys stay healthy, knock on wood, this wide receiver room looks really good. I mean, remember going into last year, there was a lot of talk about how deep that room was. Everyone got hurt really early on. They got a lot of speed guys. Jalen Hyatt. It's gonna be fun to watch.
We're gonna get to that too. Ooh, I like that. Sweet, give her the next one.
Yeah. Okay. So this is an interesting one. Darren Waller, 7 TDs. Is it high?
Over or under?
Over.
Ooh. Okay. Well, listen, it matches up with your DJ question. If he's going to get over 25 plus,
Yeah.
I think
Darren's gonna
Waller's
get
going to be the go-to guy in that situation. So
Red zone, yeah.
I think he's going to be carrying the bulk of that over.
I like
Okay,
that. I like
okay. We just got 2 more, and then I know you got to get out of here.
Yep.
Saquon Barkley, over under 2 more years with the Giants.
Oh.
So basically, under is he's
This
on the
year
tag,
and
then
next
it's
year.
gone.
Oh, that's a
over
tough
they
one.
get a deal done. It's a
We-
tricky
ooh.
way to.
Yeah, Drake. Good job. Good job, Madeline. Good job.
Wow.
Good
I'm
job,
going to say
man.
over because I want to manifest this for Saquon
Yes.
and for the
Let's
Giants.
go.
I
Right
know
on. Right
I know
on.
how badly he wants to be a Giant. I know how much the organization loves him. I know how much the fan base loves him. So I'm going to say over and just trust that this is all going to work itself out.
Just, yes. We love that. We love
Madeline,
that.
I
answer.
will say the key to happiness is low expectations. Though.
Yeah.
All right, one more, and we have Jalen Hyatt, 6 touchdowns, over or under. What you got?
That's tough. 6. Let's go under. Let's give him 5.
Yeah.
He's a rookie.
Feels right.
You know, he's got to
Feels
earn
right.
that lion's share. He's got a possibility to really come out swing, but I'm gonna go under slightly.
Ooh, I
That's
appreciate
fair.
that.
That's fair.
You know,
Now, guys, thank you. I know Madeline, she has to go. Listen, guys, she got to get up at 4 a.m., man. She got a live show to tape.
God
All right,
bless
she does
her.
like 12 hours of this stuff. And then she goes to Giants facility and records more stuff for you guys in the Giants community. So just want to thank Madelyn Burke for dropping by. Please let them know where they can find you, your at, etc. Please let them know what's going on.
yeah. I mean, you can find me on Twitter, on Instagram at Madelyn Burke, Giants.com, on Prime Video, all over the place. The World Wide Web. It's worldwide. You know, I don't know.
Now,
You miss everything right now.
Podcast.
There you go.
Miss
Now,
everything.
now listen, right? Let me tell you, if you guys need a fill-in for Amani too, just give us a call. You know, that's all right. Revival guys will be there. It's quite fine. It's no problem. We're available.
I mean, I have to.
But
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
calls so I can put you guys on the list.
But thank you so much for being on. We do appreciate your time, man. What a show. This is awesome, man. Hopefully you can do this again with a little bit more time. I do appreciate you.
Would love it. Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate you guys.
We
You're the
appreciate
best,
you.
man.
Thank you so
Madeline.
much. You are
Have a
the
good
best. Have a good one.
She's the
Awesome.
coolest.
She's
Yeah,
awesome.
that was great.
It's
That
the
was
queen.
great.
It's the queen, guys. What do you
Queen bee.
expect? It's the queen bee, man. But man, thank you so much, man. This is a great show. Honestly, man, I love stuff like this. With
Let's
guests.
hear
you
from
know
the
what?
chat. What else you guys want to talk about? Throw it in the chat. Any questions that sorry we didn't. Oh man, I missed a lot of questions.
Holy cow!
We got caught up.
Listen, guys, you know, when a guest has a little bit of time, we got to kind of squeeze everything in there, man. We got to make sure the guest is perfect. They can get out. They got other obligations. So forgive us, man, for not getting to those questions. But
I do want to talk about something here. I
Talk
got
about
a
it.
topic that I want
Hey,
to
good.
bring up.
You got a show. Talk about it.
Another, new news thing that happened in the past 2 days. Isaiah Rodgers from the Colts under investigation for gambling. And he has a chance to be sat for a very long time because this is almost worse than the Ridley situation because he gambled on his own team. Now we don't know if he bet pro Colts or against the Colts, which is a very touchy subject. But I wanted to get everybody's thoughts here because the league is clearly the way sports are going right now. It's clearly moving into a gambling direction. Everybody wants to get a piece of DraftKings, of the FanDuels. It's moving in a direction that these big leagues are getting involved and building sports books in the stadiums and everything. What's your guys' take on this? Now I know if you're part of the business, you can't gamble. It's part of the deal. But it's kind of like two-faced, right? It's like we're all in on gambling, but none of our players can gamble. What are your thoughts on this? Is it just you guys want no gambling on your team, everything else goes, or no gambling at all? Go.
At this juncture, right? When you look at the NFL, I'm sure there's something in the contract that says you can't, right? So you have to abide by the rules. Don't gamble, man. Even though you want to partake in it, don't do it. Go gamble on basketball. There's so much other things you can gamble on besides your sport, which is the NFL, right? Go do it. In my line of business, even though marijuana is legal and I would love to partake in any of it, all right?
Me too.
I can't. I said, right? I can't. I signed the contract saying I cannot, because why? I have people's lives in my hands. There's a lot of stuff I got to do. So I cannot partake in. In fact, I have to get random drug tested from time to time. Okay. So I know the rules. Why partake in something that could be legal? It does, man. It does. I appreciate it. But why partake in something I signed the contract for? So you know the rules. I don't feel bad. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Here's the deal, though. They can't even play fantasy football. Like it's like you can't gamble on anything related.
Just no football, right? No NFL.
Just no football.
I got to research this more. What if it's everything? What if you can't gamble on anything? You can't be a part of it. You're
and cool so be it. If that's the case, this your livelihood at the end of the day, right?
Like Eli was saying, you know the rule, right? And if you're in the NFL, you've already won.
Yeah.
There's no bet you could place that'll make you a winner, my man. You are 1% of 1% of 1%. Yes. You are a professional athlete. Like you've already won. Why would you fuck that up? Like Calvin Ridley just lost a year of his prime. Why?
There's a bit of hypocrisy here, though. This is what everybody's pissed off about, because you have the NFL also, getting in bed with the booze business, boozing, and you can do that all you want. But gambling is this thing that's right. Well, cheers to that. But gambling is this thing that you can't get involved in. But you could booze all day and night, and nobody has any issues with it. I know it's part of your contract, but it's touchy subject now. But again, you are part of a corporation. There's certain things you can't do. You sign the contract. That's what you can't do.
Well,
there's a different thing. There's a different thing, Speed, boozing, right? When you're gambling, you can actually kind of create the outcome of a game.
Exactly.
So let's say, for example, he drops the ball. It's insider trading at that point, right? So if he drops the ball and he's at the touchdown and all he needed was a touchdown to win, and he drops it on purpose to win $100,000, that's him affecting that bet in that game. Sure. No, I wouldn't.
On your own team, I have a huge issue with. On opposing teams, where you have no outcome in a game, so I can't bet on Jersey teams within Jersey. It's a DraftKings rule. You can't do it. Because for the same reason of they don't want people getting involved and paying these amateurs to throw games and all that other shit. I can't bet on college. Sorry, I didn't say this. It's college sports. I can't bet in New Jersey college sports because they don't want people throwing games. I get. Don't bet.
But what do you have to do with college games?
That's a
good question.
Point, but. It's like the mafia thing. I think people have that in their mind, and that they're paying off these players, they're throwing games, yada yada, and they're amateurs who need money. I don't know what the reasoning is. They don't allow you to do. I understand if you don't want to, you can't bet on your own team, but betting on another separate game. Why are the football people different than a normal human being that bets on other games?
Well, here's this, right? Everyone in the league kind of knows each other. It's a small league, right? So if that's a popular player, listen, man, I'm gonna give you $50,000 or $200,000 if you drop this pass, guaranteed in the bank for you. Drop this pass. Like somebody can make a call and things can happen, right? So I think that's why. Just don't bet on the same entity. Just don't. There's so much other things you can bet on, like you just said, local college hoops, bait football. There's so much things you can do. Just don't. You signed the contract. Don't do it. Honor the freaking contract. That's it. Why do this for yourself? Why? You, like Hefe said, you already won. You in the league making millions of dollars. Why risk it? Why?
I hear you, man.
For 100,000 or 200,000 on bragging rights, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Well, and what's funny is, sorry.
I feel like Stephen A. when players get caught with weed, get off the
Get
weed.
off the weed.
Because it's like just smoke weed when you
gambling.
retire all day, every day as a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like
For real.
The worst part about this is the guy. What they're saying is that he was only betting like the $20-$30 like on these bets, and he's got like a 4-year contract with the Colts, and it's nothing. It's almost like he was asking his friend to place the bet for him, and like it's like you got to go that like you're going through all these avenues.
Like I just don't get it. Like go play the lottery. Like if you really got an inch, go play the Mega Millions. It's like $200-300 million right now. Like go put some like $20-30 on that. If you got the itch. Just don't do it. And like you know the rules. I just don't like. It's just like I just don't get it. Why do people do stupid shit?
If you need to gamble, if you need that thrill, go to a casino. That's all legal. You can do whatever you want there.
Put it all on black, man. Like, do something.
Do it. Like, why? Just, I don't know. It seems dumb. If you're betting on NFL games as an NFL player, you have information. Like, you know more than know more than a casual people. So I bet the sports books are like, fuck that. It's insider trading. You know stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, cool. Well, hey, listen, I want to open it up to everybody. I want to see what everybody's thoughts are.
How great is this guy?
Rich is the best, man. He's always here. We respect you, Rich. Bill, I see you out there. I was listening to you. I seen you out there. Don't worry, I got you.
LRP, great guy.
Yeah, man. Last real poet,
Charlie
man.
out there.
Shout out.
Shout out to the whole chat, man.
He said he got to get another beer in 5 minutes. Did I read that right? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go right ahead, please. We chilling today. We chilling with y'all today. This is what's great about this stuff here. You know what I mean? So please hit that thumbs up. Thumbs up, share this. If you put it on Twitter and at us, we'll put you in a nice pool and give a nice little care package away of some revival stuff, some stickers. And, you support us, we support you. Come on. Do that for us.
I'm going to put us to something here. Once we reach we're close to 5,000 followers on Twitter. Once we reach that, we're going to pick a special guest and also make it our June fan of the month guest. Like we might just make it all one thing and give you guys something cool. We haven't decided how cool it is yet, but go share our profile, share our videos, get people involved. We help you help us, right? Help you help me. Like let's help each other. And we're gonna give you some cool shit, right? That's what we're all about.
If you don't know, there was a lot of special guests lined up. Just letting you know. So just in case you guys support, maybe we'll throw you on a live show, ask that person some questions. Never know, guys. We might do something, man. We got something brainstorming because we want to give back just as much as you guys gave to us. So just keep supporting, man, and we can get more of these great guests.
A good example of that is just to let you guys know where we're at. We made a little bit of money on merch, and the first thing we did was turn around and do a draft contest where we were willing to put our cash on the line for anybody who's hey, we put it on the line. Okay,
we threw it on the line, man. We was ready. We were ready.
I got an idea.
Ready to go on the red.
I know what I want to do for 5,000 followers. Revival's going to put out a tweet this week, and we're going to make a push for 5,000 followers. Anyone who retweets it is welcome to come to our spot and get a beer on us just for a retweet. Then we'll come hang out. We'll party. So we'll go celebrate when we hit 5,000. Anybody who retweets that tweet gets a beer on us.
And then we're going to cap it at a certain number.
Listen, the first round's on us, all right?
One beer. No, one beer. One beer.
But listen, you get to come to our spot. We're going to chill with us, man. Toast it up, celebrate. Maybe it could be 5 of you guys. Maybe it could be 3, 2, but we'll do something. But if you're in the tri-state area, if you guys could travel and just come check us out at our spot, which we love to go to, come give us, man. Get you a beer, man, on us. Yeah. The first round's on us, man, and we'll have a good time. Please. So do that, man. That'll be awesome if you guys can definitely do that. That'll be definitely what's up, man. I'll tell you, it's going to be great.
One last thing, E. To everybody out there in the northeast area, stay safe out there because this shit's crazy with the smoke, man.
Oh, my goodness.
And stay inside until
I got my window open. Should I close it?
Yeah, you should probably close that.
You should definitely close it, man. It's the smog. It's the smog. It's the smog.
My man's just dying for you guys. He puts it all on the line. for the podcast.
Oh my God,
We do it all
this
for the
guy.
podcast.
And listen, yo, let me make this clear on the show that I co-own with my two brothers here. Ain't no special guest when you own the joint. You dig it?
Let's go.
Ain't no special guest when you own it. If I ain't here, just know I'm with my family or whatever the case is, all right? But I own this bitch. Don't ever think, man, ain't no guest showing up here. You bugging. Ozzy will be a shout out to you. I love you, man. I'm just messing with you. But
And he was just
pretty
messing with you.
As soon as
I'm
he
just
said
messing.
it,
I gotta give it back.
I was just like, oh, I gotta get there. Eli's gonna get that.
I get it back. I gotta get it back, man. He said it on the show. It's only right that I do it back on the show. Ain't no guest here, baby. It's my house. You know what I mean? Wipe your feet next time when you come on here.
Well, look what happens. Eli back in the saddle. We
Eli was
right
back
here.
with a vengeance this week.
I'm charged
Throwing
up,
out
baby.
spaces.
Yo, and tomorrow, Twitter Space tomorrow, we're gonna try to do it noon or maybe 12:30ish, guys. But stay tuned. I'm gonna light up again because last Twitter Space was amazing. So we're gonna jump on, do some Twitter Spaces for you guys, man, at noon. So stay tuned for that, man. Come on through, and let us know, man. Come chat. We're gonna chat about a couple of things on the Giants roster as well. So, but guys, this is the show, man. We had a great time. We had Madelyn Burke stop by. We had some people in the building. We appreciate you guys as usual. Don't forget, thumbs up, share. You get put in the raffle. We'll let everybody know when the tweets coming out when you get to have a beer with us, man. Just come and check us out. But man, on behalf of my brothers, man, Mr. Glass Half Full, and that is Spee if you nasty now.
Let's go.
And my brother Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Damn It Daniel, and your boy Eli Rex, aka Vibes. We see you on the next one. Peace and blessings. Let's go.
Cop some merch.